Hey, wait up. You're a human too, right? Oh, thank the gods. Um, do you want to be roommates? Please. I can't. I'm going to take room 11. Please just take the other key before someone else does. Thank you. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't want to be out here with that vampire for any longer than I need to. We made it. Well, at least the rooms are nice. I don't think even royalty lives like this. Same for where you're from, huh? Hey. So, which bed do you want? Any preferences? Alright, then I'll take this one. You're gawping. Have you never seen a glow globe before? What kind of tech level is the world you're from anyway? All of us here, we are from different universes, different realities. I want to know what kind of world you're from. For example, are you still using bronze tools? Or are you already using iron? Where I'm from, we've discovered steel a few decades ago. It's so much stronger than iron, it's crazy. A modern sword cuts through the old armor like it's not even there. What? You've known steel for more than 1,000 years? What kind of world are you from? You must have some really cool stuff. No, you can show me later. There are some other things I'd like to know first. Like, if you had to brainwash someone, how would you do it? I know it's a weird question, and I know you would never actually do anything like that, but humor me. If you had to brainwash someone, how would you do it? Huh. Interesting. I suppose you need to know some of what's going on. We're at MCU, Mind Control University. Everyone in our class is either a mind controller or has the potential to become one. And mind control is exactly what we are going to learn here, in all its forms. Hypnosis, magic, potions, psionics, you name it. If it can be used for mind control, we will learn it. And we will use it on our fellow students. By the time we graduate, it's almost guaranteed that a few of us will be in control of everyone else. one way or the other. It's all a race. Take control of the others before someone takes control of you. The dean was quite clear on that during orientation. And if you're wondering why you don't even remember she gave a speech, well, that's because for you, the race is already over. And I figured you didn't need to know any of the specific details or rules. Here's a little tip for you. Don't look people in the eye while you're here, not even for a second. Because 1 second turns into 2, and 2 turns into 5, and 5 into 10. And before you know it, you're sinking deeper and deeper and... Are you actually trying to resist me? You weren't able to resist my eyes before. What makes you think you'll have any better luck now? You're already under my spell. I could drop you with the snap of my fingers. I'm not going to, of course. Hypnotizing you is way too much fun to take such shortcuts. Although, I'm not above a bit of cheating. Look at me. Look into my eyes. So, as I was saying, you shouldn't look people in the eye while you're here. Not even for a second. Because 1 second turns into 2, and 2 turns into 5, and 5 into 10. And before you know it, you're sinking deeper and deeper and deep. And just like that, you would be lost. You wouldn't even remember anything happened. Unless, of course, you'd be allowed to remember. Uh-huh. There are quite a few of us in our class with hypnotic eyes. The vampire, and the lamia for sure. And probably the succubus too. And me, of course. You know, you didn't even manage to finish unpacking before I got to you. Well, before I hypnotized you the first time. I'm pretty sure I've had you wrapped around my little finger ever since you first laid eyes on me. Humans are always such suckers for a pretty face. You're lucky I got to you first. I don't think you would have faced better against any of the others. And at least I am only going to take your mind. Speaking of which, look me in the eye. I did just hypnotize you again. I'm fractionating you. You've gone under a few times already, actually. I think my favorite time was when I managed to convince you to let me hypnotize you. Uh-huh. I told you that I'd set you free after graduation, that I'd protect you from less scrupulous classmates who wouldn't. And you actually believed me. I didn't even have to make you believe me. As if anyone would be stupid enough to first cheat, lie, and sucker punch their way into having an entire class of powerful mind controllers under their control, and then set any of them free. As if people wouldn't immediately take revenge for what was done to them and turn the tables the very second they'd be able to do so. No. Anyone stupid enough to even consider doing something like that is going to end up enslaved themselves before the first week is even through. So no, I'm not going to set you free after graduation. You're going to become a powerful mind controller in your own right. You've got the potential. You wouldn't be here otherwise. You don't have the temperament for it, but that doesn't matter. Not anymore. Not when your mind is no longer your own. You will meet people, win their trust and their confidence, maybe even make friends, and then you will betray them. You'll hypnotize them, deliver them to me on a platter. You're going to work yourself to the bone. Do everything you can to learn and grow. And everything you learn, you will only ever use in service to me. And when it's finally time to graduate, when we can finally leave this place again, you will keep on serving me. You will stay my mindless, obedient servant until the end of your days. Does that make you angry? Does that make you want to resist? Try to break free from my control? Good. That lets me teach the most important lesson of this evening. One that I will even let you remember too. You can't resist me. You're already too far gone. Besides, we both know the truth. You don't even want to resist me. Look at me. Look into my eyes. That's it. Your mind is already starting to melt again. And you love the way it feels. You love the feeling of your mind sinking away. You love it far too much to even try to stop it. You love the way my eyes pull you in. The way you keep sinking deeper and deeper into them, simply plummeting down into their depths, deeper and deeper down. The way it feels when my soft, fluffy tails brush against your face, brushing away your tension, your worries, your thoughts. The way it feels when my will pours in and replaces yours. It feels good. It feels wonderful. You don't want to resist. You want to submit. You gladly submit because it means you get to keep feeling this good. Isn't that right? Uh-huh. I bet I wouldn't even need to brainwash you to get you to do what I want. I could have you eating out of my hand, simply with the promise of making you feel this way again. You'd want to serve me out of your own free will. Not that what you want matters one bit, when our entire class is made up of mind controllers. So, down you go. Told you couldn't resist me. Now, what am I? I guess you remember the tales. How sloppy of me. I could make you forget about that, but people are going to find out what I am pretty soon anyway. So it doesn't really matter if someone would be able to pull that tidbit from your mind. Fine. I might as well drop the glamour too then. This is what I really look like. Sorry, I'm not actually a pretty girl. I'm a horrible fox monster. No? You still think I'm pretty? Oh. Well, thanks, I guess. But flattery isn't going to save you. Look me in the eye. Kitsune, by the way. I'm a kitsune. Now, look deeply into my eyes and welcome back. How are you doing in there? Still know where you are? Good. Take a little breather. Let my programming settle for a bit. We aren't quite done yet, though. I mean, I'm not worried about you breaking free from my control anymore. You aren't going to be managing that. Not in a million years. You're already hopelessly trapped in my web. But I've got to make sure none of the others can poach you away from me. So, ready to go again? Doesn't matter, actually. Eyes on mine. Now this should be enough. My brainwashed little pet. Aw, why the long face? Look on the bright side. The worst has already happened. You've got nothing to worry about anymore. Although, maybe that's not entirely true. I mean, if you'd somehow not be under my control anymore, that would be absolutely awful, wouldn't it? Don't worry, it's not going to happen. Well, I'm going to go report my conquest to the Dean. And you are going to put on your headset, and you're going to watch that thing we just made. Isn't it ironic? It's going to be your own tech that will finally nail in your coffin. The thing that finally completely wipes your mind once and for all. That turns you into a mindless, obedient pet. Pick up your headset and brainwash yourself for me. Hey, wait. I was just messing with you. You're going to be okay, alright? It's just some more conditioning. Making sure that you are unquestioningly loyal, obedient, that kind of thing. I'm not a monster. I could have done a lot worse to you, you know? You remember what I want you to remember. I could have made you believe that I am royalty, and that you have been serving me since you were born. I could have changed the way you think, how you feel about me, and all of this. But I haven't, and I won't. But I am also not going to end up enslaved because someone subverted my roommate, or because I was trying to spare anyone's feelings. I will make use of you. I will make you do things you really rather wouldn't, to people who really don't deserve it. And I'm not going to apologize for it, or for taking control of your mind. It's the only way to win, to survive. Pretty much everyone will have taken over their roommate by tomorrow, and people working together are so much more dangerous than someone who's on their own, no matter how powerful they might be. Like a 2-bit hedge mage who can only immobilize someone for a minute, they're easily dealt with. And an alchemist who can brew suggestibility potions barely poses a threat either. But the two of them together, in a 2 against 1, they could probably take about half the class. And if you want to protect yourself against an attack like that, and you're stupid enough to drink a so-called antidote prepared by someone whose mind you don't control, you deserve what would be coming to you. It's impossible to stay neutral, to refuse to play the game. That just makes you prey. I'm going to keep brainwashing you, and I'm going to brainwash others, as many as I can, and I will make you help me do it. But I promise I will try to be a gentle mistress, and I will listen when you tell me something, and I won't change who you are. I will even tone it down a bit with all the making you forget about things. Then again, we Kitsune are notorious tricksters, so maybe take that with a grain of salt. I'm not hoping you'll forgive me for what I did, or for what I will do. But I am hoping you understand why. And I'm hoping that if you're ever in a position where you can choose to be under my control, or that of someone else, you'll choose to be under mine. You know what? I think I'm going to report to the dean in the morning. I'm kind of curious to see how well that headset of yours is going to work. Put it on now, please. And start it up. Listen. Thank you. Relax. Everything's going to be all right. You'll see. Sink. I could brush you with my tails again if you like. Obey. Yeah? You'd like that? Submit. Alright then. Listen. Relax. That little gadget of yours is working better than I thought it would. Obey. Interesting. Maybe you can show me some of the other stuff from your world. Listen. Like that music you mentioned? Relax. Tomorrow, though. For now, just let yourself sing. Obey. Away. Submit. Listen. Sing. And sleep. Relax. Sink. Obey. Submit. Good night. Listen. My pet. Relax. Sink. Obey. To my patrons, thank you. And to one of my spirit guides, Derp, thank you so much.